Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cuse Lounge, our entertainment show. I'm Tommy Rooney, joined by
Asha Breedlove.
And we're going to talk about the Grammys today. It was the biggest night of music last year. And Asha, what do you want to say?
So the 67th Annual Grammy Awards took place last night. And not only was this a night of music excellence, it was also a night for those affected by the California wildfires. The Music Cares program partnered with the Grammys to give honor to those affected by the California wildfires, but also pay tribute to those who are on the front lines fighting for the California wildfires. Yeah.
So, obviously, the award that is the biggest award in music, the Album of the Year, it was won by Beyonce, finally, Asha. After 25 years, She's been nominated 5 times now. This is her first win. How did you take away from the win for Beyonce?
Beyonce. After 25 years, Beyonce finally gets Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. And y'all, Tommy, when I tell you I scrumped at the TV, I was happy, I was joyous. Beyonce has been working so hard in her career. She has worked for this moment. And Cowboy Carter really was the album that won it all for her. So along with Album of the Year, she also got Best Country Album as well, which we have to acknowledge. She is the first Black woman to get Best Country Album. Like, it's so amazing for Beyonce to do this. And she has a tour coming up. Are you going to the tour?
We're going to hope. We're going to hope those tickets are a lot. I know my fiance is very excited to go, and so hopefully we can acquire those tickets. But I feel like this album, especially for Beyonce, after all the work that she put in, like you said, I feel like this one being the one that she won is crazy just because it's her first time ever trying country music. I feel like that's really speaks to how good at music she is, that she can go into a new genre and win the best album of the year in it. And like you mentioned, she made history last night. It's the first time that a Black woman has won Album of the Year since Lauryn Hill in 1999, which is insane. But all the more credit to Beyonce. And she beat out some tough competition. Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, Chappelle Roan, Charlie XCX, and more. The Flute album by Andre 3000, I know you're a fan of.
Gotta mention the Flute album.
So, I mean, it was a very stacked field this year, and Beyonce has lost out in the past to albums and artists that aren't necessarily as relevant anywhere close to as she is. Like Casey Musgraves comes to mind. The Adele album that wasn't necessarily one of her best albums comes to mind. So this was a long time coming for Beyonce, and I was just really happy that she finally got the recognition because, like you saw Jay-Z last year kind of speak out about it.
And he definitely did.
So, you know, it was a long time coming.
Yeah, she definitely deserves it. The work speaks for itself when it comes to Beyonce. There's no wonder why she is the Queen Bee. Besides Album of the Year, let's get into Song of the Year.
Yep.
Now, Song of the Year was a very tough category, but Kendrick Lamar did take the win for Not Like Us. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Tommy?
I mean, I felt like this one was going to go to Kendrick because of how long that song was #1 on the charts. It was actually insane. Long after, it was kind of like the beef was already over and the dust had settled and all that. Like, it was still #1 on the charts. So I feel like this was the best song of the year. And not just Song of the Year, it's also Record of the Year.
Record of the Year.
It won every award that it was up for, which is pretty crazy. You got 5 Grammys for this song, which is the most that a single song has ever won at the Grammy Awards.
Kendrick Lamar went 5 for 5. Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Rap Performance, Best Music Video, and Best Rap Song. I have anything else to say except go Kendrick. I guess they not like you, Kendrick. They are not like you.
The moment that he got, because they did Record of the Year first, when he was walking up to the stage and they were playing that song in front of everybody.
The whole music industry.
The most powerful people in music and on national television. And they were saying, like, you know, A minor and I Know You Like 'Em Young. Like, that in front of all those people, like, imagining Drake sitting on the couch at home. He probably wasn't watching because he knew that was about to happen, but like, that is actually a crazy moment. If you would have said that a year or two ago, like,
you would have never thought.
Like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, everybody was singing.
Taylor Swift was dancing to
like
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, like singing along. She did the champagne toast to Kendrick on stage. Like, that's just a crazy moment for Kendrick. He's one of the best of all time. So
yes.
Regardless of like him winning the beef, being in the beef, regardless, like him getting recognized for how good he is definitely deserving.
Yes.
But that moment was crazy though, that they had the whole music industry kind of dissing Drake all at one time. And now he's about to do it again at the Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl. And you know what DJ Mustard said? Get the broom out. We call that a clean sweep.
Yep.
Going 5 for 5. Now, Best New Artist.
Yep.
It was a tough category, Best New Artist. But overall, Chaperone takes Best New Artist for the year.
I thought that this was probably, at least in recent memory, the most stacked Best New Artist field of all time.
I definitely agree.
And like, I'm sure that this isn't the first time that people who have been in the game for longer than a year or two have been part of this category, but I feel like a lot of these people have been out already. So I don't really know what qualifies you as a new artist, but I guess it's when you really come onto the scene, that's when you're considered a new artist. But I mean, you look at this field, Shabuzi, Doechii, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, like you said, Ray, Teddy Swims too, like
Benson Boone
too. Like, there's a lot of big time names in that category. So I feel like pretty much any of those people, I would have said they deserved it.
I agree.
But Chappell definitely did.
Chappell Roan has had a really big year. We've been HOTTOGO all year. It's been a really big year for Chappell Roan. But let's talk about their performances. From what I know of, this is the first time the Grammys has ever done where all the Best New Artists kind of perform and kind of like a melodic type of thing, back to back after each other. Who was your favorite performance, or who was some standouts for you?
Favorite performance is hard because I really don't think any of them were a bad performance.
They were all good. I agree.
My favorite though, it was Doechii. Doechii, like I'm a big Doechii fan. I'm really glad that she won Rap Album of the Year, which is crazy.
Shout out to the Swamp Princess.
Yeah, no, I mean she's having an insane year, and I thought her performance was crazy too. I really like when they have like people who like all dress the same, so it's kind of like uniform.
Very insane.
Yeah, so that was a really cool performance, and then obviously she went crazy with the dress switch, but. I feel like the performance itself was probably one of the standouts of the night, but I also got to mention Benson Boone, who... I'm not going to lie, yeah, like I was not very tapped into Benson Boone. I think I heard like that one song that he performed before on the radio, but doing that jump off the piano was crazy. Like,
not just a jump. Benson Boone ran from the floor, outfit change, to the stage, jumped on a piano stand, and then hit a flip and landed on his feet and kept singing at the same time. Yeah. I saw a picture of him flip in midair, like they snapped him mid-air, mid-flip. Benson Boone is really an artist to look out for. He's probably been on the scene for a while, but he's really one to look out for coming to this next music year. I hope that he eventually wins a Grammy, along with Teddy Swims and Ray. Teddy Swims and Ray really brought the R&B back and gave us compelling vocal performances. Both times, they were amazing. But I would have to say that one of my favorite performances is also Doechii. But not just Doechii, Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan as well. Chappell Roan took us to the Pink Pony Club for sure. And Sabrina Carpenter gave us very much old Hollywood glamour, very theatrical, with the outfit changes, with the ins and out. She was amazing. Every time I see her, she just reminds me of like Cinderella. So
no, yeah, I thought like all the performances brought something different to the table. Like there was a lot of different styles. Like Teddy Swims was just stand up singing, but he has such a powerful voice that it really did hit. Same thing, like you said, Chappell with the big pony, like, and all of the theatrics with Sabrina Carpenter. Like, there was a lot of different styles and versatile performances. The one name that I don't like they didn't perform. I'm not sure how to pronounce this name. Was Krugben,
right?
The band.
They are a band.
They are a
Look
band.
them up. Their music is good. They are a band.
It was good vibes. There wasn't any words, at least on the song that we listened to before the show.
But the vibes were great.
It was good vibes.
The vibes were there.
They didn't perform. I guess because they don't have words in their song, that's why they didn't perform. But the future of music is bright. I think that was the main takeaway from the Best New Artist category, is that all those performances and all those artists had great years and great nights last night. I was surprised that Shabuzi didn't win anything.
I was surprised as well.
He was up for this award. He was also up for Song of the Year with a bar song. So I feel like that song also, just like Not Like Us, was on the top of the charts like all year.
Yes, that's all you heard all year was Shabuzi. You mentioned something about styles. So this is an award show. So of course we have a red carpet. Everyone is bringing out their best fits. What are some of your best fits? Who you think not put it on the best, or in your opinion?
There was a lot of interesting, and there always is. That's one of the best part of the Grammys is the outfits and the red carpet. The one that stood out to me the most was Kendrick's Canadian tuxedo.
Yes, shout out to the Canadian tuxedo.
Obviously, there's some context involved with the Canadian aspect of that because of the beef with Drake, who's Canadian. I just thought, like, he didn't mention Drake, he didn't mention the beef or anything like that in any of his speeches. And I thought that just wearing that was kind of like a little subtle nod to the beef and the fact that, Canadian tuxedo beating a Canadian rapper. I felt like that was pretty cool.
You know what interests me about Kendrick? How his hat just stays on the entire time. Yeah. It's just on his head, no pins. It's just there. But the Canadian suit, that was good. That was good.
What about you?
I would have to say one of my favorites is Doechii. I feel like I'm kind of giving a little bit of Doechii tonight. Doechii, she had on this gray tight-fitted dress with the tie and the signature Doechii tape eyes like she does. it was really nice. It was classy. It fit her to a T. Doechii was a standout to me. Who else you got?
One that I didn't love was Jaden Smith. I felt like he was just trying
You didn't like the house?
No, I feel like he was
the
just trying
house.
to go viral by doing something insane. And I really feel bad for the person who had to sit behind him because you're not seeing anything with that. I don't know if he wore that the whole night. I don't know.
Yes, he did wear it the entire
Yeah,
night.
that's crazy. It was definitely hot. He was definitely sweating. And yeah, I feel like he was just trying to do too much. And I don't know what the reason for that was, like what the theme of that was supposed to be. But I feel like one that we also have to mention that I don't think we can show on the graphics is Kanye and
Yes.
His wife, Bianca Sensory, who
We cannot show that one.
they definitely cannot show that one. They showed up to the red carpet. They didn't go into the Grammys. They just wanted to go on the red carpet, which
Do that little one too.
there were some rumors going around that he got kicked out or that he wasn't invited. That's not true. He was up for Rap Song of the Year with Carnival.
Yes,
so if you
great
get
song.
nominated, you're invited. That's part of the deal.
Yes.
And so, you know, obviously Bianca is very confident in herself.
Very confident.
But yeah, my goat is not getting thrown out of the Grammys. But is there anybody else that you thought?
I think Kanye and Bianca had a nice reveal. The coat with it was a good reveal. It was different. It was different. I would have to say Sabrina Carpenter. She had the nice blue old Hollywood, nice pinup in her back with the back out dress. Every time I see her in blue, she just reminds me of Cinderella.
Yeah.
Chaperone is one of her own. She had bright colors. Her makeup was beautiful. Just some of my favorites, just to name.
I also feel bad for the person sitting behind Chapel with the big hat.
With the big hat.
Yeah, because that was a very big hat. But yeah, I think that it was a great night for music in general.
A wonderful night.
And I'm very excited to see where the best new artist category, where all those artists go this next year because the future is bright.
The future is bright for music.
But thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to be right back with sports with Kobe and Ty. And thank you.